Hello everyone, for today's course we're going to build a model shape like Dubai Tower, the candle in the wind. Now let's get started. First, zoom up your perspective view. Now we need to draw a point, but the point is in the vector section because the point has the direction. The point can point to the x-axis, the y-axis, z-axis. So you need to select the point in vector section. Now set up your first point. For this model, the point just need to move along the z-axis. So you don't need to put any number input to the x-axis and the y-axis. So put a slide here first. So the x-axis and the y-axis should be 0. And because all the distance of the tower should be equal, so it will form a series. So we need to set a series here. So the first start point, the height of this point should be 0. So it's on the ground. The start point and the distance of each level I set up 7. So I need to change the maximum value. So just type in 7 directly. So the n represent the step size, so that's distance. Okay, and the count, the numbers of points. So I set up 10. Link. Now we get all the points or represent the different level. Then we need to draw the circle. The circle here. And it makes sense, the circle, the size of each circle around each point will form a series too. So we just copy this. Now I need to set up the radius of each circle. Now I already changed the radius and 10. So I set up the radius, the base, the first circle's radius 9.1. I will tell you why I set up 9.1. And step for the size. So for each level, due to the shape of Dubai's tower, it's become smaller and smaller and smaller. So I change to this step, and the range should be, the minimum should be -10. Okay, so I set up the step -1. Okay, the count still remain the same. Okay, now link to the points to the plane that's central of each circle, and the radius here. See, they immediately show up. The reason I set up 9.1 for the first circle is to prevent the top one become the 0. See, there's still a little circle here. So since the negative step is -1, but since since the step is -1, the last circle, the radius should be 0.1. It's not become 0. It's convenient for the later calculation. Otherwise, it will become error if the last one is 0. And now we need to rotate each circle, and in transform sector, we use rotate. Okay. Now, G stands for geometry, the circle, and A stands for the angle. But this angle's unit is not degree, it's radian. So we need to calculate carefully. And the same, the radians, still we need to form a series. So we need to set up a series first. Yeah. So the first circle, we didn't move. So just link to 0. But the second one, you need to be very careful because the 180 degree equal 1 pi. So the 1 pi, I assume this circle rotates 60 degree, so that equal pi divided by 3. So is around 1. Right? So this number should be put around 0.32, 321 or 324, whatever. If you set up too big, like you set up 1. So for the radius, they equal the circle rotate 180 degree. So there's the half circle. That's totally wrong. So it should be around 0.34. Yeah, that should be nice. And the count, there's 10 circles, so we just type in 10 into the count. Now we link it to the angle. Okay, that represents before all the circle rotate. That's after the rotate command. And now we need to divide the circle. So all the command related to deviation should be in curve sector. So divide curve. Okay. And represent the curve. Link. And the deviation points, the number of deviation points should be, just type in 6, should be fine. Yeah, link. Okay. And then we need to link all the points by the curved line. So use this interpolate. And now we link. But you will find out this line link each other is not vertical. So we need to set a direction. But how to make all the polyline go to the vertical direction is not just giving a vector input. We need to use set, here, the tree icon. And this tool is manage the group. because all the line is in different surface, this account be in different group. But this tools can combine all the group together and apply one command on different group. So use that. So we change the direction or the group at once to the vertical direction. Link here and link here. See? So look nice. Okay. Now, since we got the line, we can do loft command. So in the curve, in surface sector, loft, link. But now you can find out nothing happened, since here is the dash line. The dash line means it can't be calculated because all the line between belong to the different group, so you can't just apply one command together. So what are we gonna do? We need to make all the group as a one. So we set, use this flatten tree. So we first link here and then we link here. See? This tool is combine all the different group together. It's pretty much the same technique as this tool. And now type the option here. So we need to close loft, and don't choose normal, we choose straight. Okay. The shape looks nice right now, so we can bake. Okay, see how it goes. Okay, after you get this model, but it still looks different from the model we need to build, because it's not completely straight building. It's not straight up. It's all the level offset a bit from each other, and it should be rotated more rapidly. So we click the vector, to a point vector, and link to the plane. So we type in, maybe we try 2.1. So all the circle need to offset on XY actual at the meantime. So offset. See, we can do larger. Oh, that's way too much. Okay, maybe 0.4. Okay, and you need to rotate more rapidly. So, oh, that's way too much. Sorry. Maybe here. And adjust to a suitable position. That looks nice. And then we can bake. Okay, now we can close the Grasshopper. Oh, the previous one was still here. Delete it. Now that's the model we want. And we can copy this model a few times, remove it, and move it, and set one here. Okay, and change the scale of this one, 3D scale. Smooth. And this one can give it to a middle size. This one give it to a largest size behind. Now we can render for a while to see how it goes. Okay, that's basically the model we want. See? And we can give it an environment color. So right here, the environment. Close the skylight and the solar color. This none. Okay, all the job done.